Well, good morning. There's nothing like seeing another day, walking in a new day, building on what happened yesterday to be bigger and better. And it's interesting, bigger and better. We can all be bigger and better. Regardless of our challenges, our unique difficulties, we can all be bigger and better. And the reason why is because we have something called a psychology. And our psychology is made up of our experiences that we choose to react or respond to in order to get an outcome that could be positive or negative. And if we're in a position to have those options in front of us, like we all do, why do most people react versus respond? Well, because we have become a reactive culture. We feel that in our culture today, it's better to respond with emotion than it is to be rational. And most people who do use a reactive approach tend to be more insecure with themselves because they have more baggage on them. They allow their experiences to govern them that were negative from the past. They allow the challenges of life to get the best of them. They allow their difficulties to be the nails they need to make the house of excuses to not change their attitude, their approach to life, and the actions that they take. The people who react tend to lack personal accountability and responsibility for oneself. And our culture has done a great job of allowing people to get away with it. But I'm not going to do that right now. I'm not going to allow people to get away with it because I'm going to give you options. People who tend to react already know what the option is. When you react, you tend to carry more baggage than what you actually expressed out of you. So you add more negativity to something that's already negative. And hence, you find it harder to breathe. You find it hard to deal with. You have this weight on your shoulders. You have this weight on your heart. You have this weight on your mind. And you have this weight on your heart and your soul. Because when you look at your heart and soul, if there's baggage on it, you're actually not being able to rise above it to allow your authentic self to grow, to build on, to add value to the world. So here's my challenge to people today. To look at your life experiences as a way to react versus to respond is going to give you an outcome that is going to add to your legacy or take away from your legacy. It's either going to add to your character and integrity or take away from your character and integrity. Ultimately, it's an individual choice. It is not a society choice. It is not the work environment choice. It is not your family choice. It is not your friend's choice. It's your choice. We tend to deflect a lot of our choices onto the exterior world and make excuses about why we are who we are, why we are holding on to these things. And the time is now for us to either stop that type of thinking or psychology, or if we keep it going, I'm sorry to say, generations to come will continue it. And we create a generational cycle of failures, a generational cycle of bitterness, a generational cycle of pain that is unwanted, that is not needed. Because when you pass it on to other people, the baggage gets heavier and heavier for those that are taking it on, not realizing that is a form of selfishness that takes away from other people's potential, purpose, and passion. So the time is now for us to quit it or keep it. What are you going to do about it? What's the people in your life going to do about it who carry that type of reactive mentality? This is not something that I'm pointing the finger at. This is a gut check. This is a reality check. If we really are serious about wanting to heal our world and get our world to be a better place, we got to start from within ourselves. We got to know that it's important for individuals to change the world first. And this may sound repetitive. This may sound that you've heard it before. But the truth of the matter is, if it's repetitive and we've heard it before, why are we not seeing changes happen? Repetition is the key to success in life. The more you do something, the more you see the outcome. And if we are unable to see the repetition of negativity as being abnormal and yet making it normal, we'll never really see a change in our world, in our culture, in our families, in our communities, the way how we preach we want it to be. It's a great selling point, but if you're doing nothing behind it, it won't happen. So let's take the time to understand this as individuals in hopes that the generations to come will be better off than how we are currently living. Everybody have a great day.